Hello, Paul here from EMD Automotive in by Sydney. Just got this Range Rover Sport. I've got a few videos back, a few other videos on the actual on this car here as well. I've checked the high pressure side of the actual car by bypassing the low pressure fuel pump, and I got the car started. So as soon as I got the car started, that means, and then this is the fuel tank. I'm taking the fuel tank out outside here. It's a bit of a nightmare, but got no choice because this car was towed in and we need the hoist to do the little service work we do. So what I've done, I've hooked up the fuel gauge to here. I had zero pressure going into the actual, when the car was cranking, so I've bridged the relay. That one there's a relay. So this relay, that's a fuel pump relay there. This one here powers up the fuse number 1, which is 25 amps. So that will have no power, but until you crank, as soon as you crank the car, this one here, this relay powers up the fuse, which actually powers everything up, obviously. But I had no pressure from the low pressure. I had no pressure whatsoever from the low pressure. That sounds a bit funny. Anyway, yeah, so zero pressure up here. Taking the actual fuel filter connectors out. Crank the car, still no pressure, no fuel coming up. So I've decided to drop the tank down here. So I rigged up this one here is the return, that one here says here, someone put down here return, says R is return. And the actual, I made up my own little fuel pressure line there. We go to there. I've got nothing from, not even, so if I'm gonna, you're gonna see, I've wired up the actual wire. It's actually a 2 little wire here for that, just to see if I can get any kind of pressure coming out of the actual tank. You hear that? Fuel pump's on. Got nothing at all. Not even the return line. Sorry, the return line will never have nothing, but I'm just saying. Off, on, no pressure. Just in case I've got it the other way around, so change that to here. Change it. Swap the connectors. Still nothing. Nothing at all. Little bit of fuel coming out here. Hang on. Let's have a look. What's happening? I've got fuel coming out of the actual return line. So I've got fuel coming out of the return line, but nothing going through the pressure line. So this one here is the pressure line. But see how much fuel is coming out? It's not even spraying out. It's just from there, it just drops down to the bottom. It should be spraying straight out. So I've got some kind of fuel coming out, but not high enough to actually push the fuel to the top of the car. Because the fuel line goes to the bottom and then has to go from the bottom to the top and go to the engine bay. But this one here, I've got to open up the tank and have a look. Right? But at least we know there's something wrong down here somewhere. Something is not right. Alright, thanks for watching and please subscribe.